Welcome to LMS lecture program. Program first BSc subject mathematics elective mathematics for economics and business. Semester 1 Mangalore University session 1. Friends, whenever we talk about any problem, we derive a set of conclusion from a set of assumptions and we derive those are via the process of reasoning. So through reasoning, we come up to certain conclusion. We have assumptions, and these assumptions are lead to conclusions, and these occurs through the process of reasoning. Now, this could occur for all theoretical analysis that takes place through mathematical approach, which uses symbols for the statement of a problem. These symbols can be broadly be classified as variables and constants. What is variable? A variable is measurable characteristic whose magnitude can change or can take different values. Examples: price of commodity, quantity demanded, etc. A constant is a measurable characteristic whose magnitude remains fixed. Examples: the fixed cost of production. The variables and constants are combined to form one or more equations. The set of these equations termed as a model of the problem. In order to express an economical model into a mathematical form and to derive valid conclusions therefrom, it is very necessary to have a sound background of mathematical techniques. We shall study the correspondence between equations and their graphs. A graphical representation provides us an easy way of understanding the nature of relationship between variables forming an equation. Using analytical geometry, we shall study the different types of curves such as straight line, parabola that are commonly used in economics. Now let us see how to identify a point, position of a point, how to locate a point in a plane. We use rectangular coordinates. What are they? To explain that, we see we divide any plane. We divide any plane into four parts by drawing two mutually perpendicular lines. They intersect at a point. That point is called origin, and we denote it by the letter U O. The horizontal line is termed as x-axis and vertical line as y-axis. And the four parts we obtained are called quadrants. First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. To now, and also the segment of x-axis right of the point O is taken to be positive, while that line towards the left is taken to be negative. Similarly, segment of y-axis above the point O is taken to be positive, and that line below it is to be negative. To locate a point, say P, so this point P in the plane, what we do in the figures, we have drawn a perpendicular to x-axis, and that point of intersection is named M. This is the right side of x-axis. This is positive direction of y-axis. This is point of intersection. See, this is a coordinate system. This is origin. These are two perpendicular lines which divide the given plane into four equal parts. Okay, this is first quadrant. This is second, here third, this is fourth quadrant. I have taken one point here and name of that point is P. To locate this point in this infinite plane, what we do usually, we draw one perpendicular to x-axis, and here the name is N, and then we measure the distance of this point from x-axis and y-axis, and here clearly the distance from x-axis is PM, and if that length is equal to y, we say that it is y coordinate. So y coordinate is also called as ordinate of the point. The distance of this point from y-axis in this figure, it is nothing but OM. If that distance is x unit, then we say it is x coordinate. Friends, x coordinate is also called as abscissa. So that way we locate a point. See, this is this specific point, origin, that lies on both x-axis and y-axis. So no distance from x-axis, no distance from y-axis. Both the distances are 0. So therefore coordinates of origin are 0, comma 0. Now how to find distance between two points? Suppose the given two points are P and Q. You take coordinates of P, say x1 and y1, and take coordinates of Q, x2, y2. Now find the distance from P to Q here. See this distance. Okay, join them, and then some construction required. From P drop one perpendicular to x-axis. From Q also drop one perpendicular to x-axis. Let the names of the point of intersection with the x-axis be M and N respectively. And also one more thing, we have to draw one perpendicular from P to Q M N to meet it at say R. Okay. Now when coordinates of point P are given as x1 and y1, they are nothing but distance from origin to this point M is x1. x2 is x coordinate of Q, so therefore distance of N from origin is x2, and that is nothing but distance of Q from y-axis. Distance of Q from y-axis is its x coordinate, distance of Q from x-axis is its y coordinate. So x2, y2 are nothing but y2 is Qn, x2 is from origin to En. Okay. Similarly, coordinates of P are given as x1 and y1. So x1 is from origin to M distance, which is distance of P from y-axis, and y1 is distance of P from x-axis, and that is Pm and that is y. So note here distance from P to R, that is this distance is nothing but Mn. What is Mn? From origin to N minus from origin to M. So from origin to N is x2, from origin to M is x1. So Mn is nothing but x2 minus x1. So PR is x2 minus x1. Similarly, from Q to N distance y2. From P to x-axis is y1, and so that this is drawn perpendicular, so Rn and Pm are equal. So Rn is equal to y1. So this is y1, from Q to N is y2, hence distance QR, this length is y2 minus y1. Friends, this is x2 minus x1, this is y2 minus y1. We require this distance PQ. So PQ here in this figure is hypotenuse side of right angle triangle PQR, where PR is x2 minus x1 and QR is y2 minus y1. You know Pythagoras theorem. What is PQ square? It is PR square plus QR square. So hence PQ is equal to square root of PR square plus QR square, where PR is x2 minus x1 and QR is y2 minus y1. So distance PQ is nothing but square root of x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square, or also this can be written as square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Now suppose one point, this point P lies at origin, other is at some position, say here. What will be the distance? What will be the distance? So in that case, x1, y1 are 0, comma 0 for origin. For origin, coordinates are 0, comma 0. Therefore, the distance formula becomes pq equal to square root of x2 square plus y2 square. Okay, that is distance from origin. Now, sometimes we need ratio formula. Suppose a point is dividing. Suppose a point is dividing the line segment PQ in the ratio m is to n internally. That time, coordinates of the point of division is given by nx1 plus mh2 by m plus n, comma ny1 plus my2 divided by m plus 1. So that is all about the first session. Thank you. We will see in the next session. Thank you.